Hi everyone. Talk about how I was able to differentiate my autism versus my blindness, even though certain things could be similar or confusing in terms of like repetitive behaviors, correct diagnosis. So what I was noticing, these behaviors getting more repetitive after graduating Project Search earlier this year, working part-time 4 or 5 days a week in my movie theater job. I noticed I was getting more stuck on certain things. Like my brain would like get stuck on like mascots or in elevators, for example. More like free time. Quite an obvious autistic aspect. Another thing was like me flapping my hands, jumping up and down like this. That's what happens when I get really excited. One thing I also did when I was young is a lot of blind people do this. I used to poke my eyes a lot. I do not recommend doing that because that's dangerous. My eye doctor even told me to stop doing that. And also because of the blindness affecting the physical body, quote unquote called blindisms, it can be confusing. I wanted to see what my psychologist told me. Talked about all the things that I do and check out this video. I was able to get a proper autism diagnosis and talk about like my journey I went on to get officially diagnosed later in life at 23 years old. Even though some of these behaviors may quote unquote not be socially appropriate, I would say that you should accept people that are blind or autistic for simply who they are as a person. Some people do this as a coping mechanism, which I do that sometimes, depending on what the situation is. People that have the autism spectrum disorder, repetitive behaviors, like myself, it's called stimming. That's down to, for me at least. That's how I am as a person, and I think it's important for people to accept that about blind and autistic people, and just people with disabilities in general. Too many people get judged for, like, quite frankly, in my opinion, ridiculous things that why should it even matter?